Yo, what is up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this NBA channel. So let's get straight into it. So on February 6th, the New York Knicks are facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Early in the second quarter with about 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, Porzingis received a bounce pass as he was cutting to the basket. And once he caught the ball, he went up for a tomahawk dunk on Giannis. And when I tell you that dunk was nasty, that dunk was nasty. But after the dunk, he ended up landing awkwardly on the ground. Then he went ahead and he started clutching his left knee. Now initially, when I saw the replay, I thought it wasn't that bad at all. But just looking at the dude's facial expression, it looked like it was something serious and he was in real pain. It sucks, man. It really sucks to see Porzingis or anyone go through a serious injury like that, an ACL tear. But hey, at the end of the day, in negative situations, you always gotta focus on the positive. And in this case for Porzingis, he has an extremely high chance to come back even stronger than he was before. This injury gives him even more time to gain muscle, so he can bang down lows bigs more often and become even more of a threat to opposing teams than he is already. That's tough! He finished the season averaging 23.7 boards and 2 blocks a game. Now, New York fans, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Earlier into the year, you guys realized when the Knicks were in the playoff race and it looked like Porzingis was gonna drag them to the playoffs all by himself? Not all by himself, because Enes Kanter and Tim Hardaway, they're doing their thing too, but you know what I mean. Look, like I said, I don't want to see anybody get injured, but this injury right here, I think it's a blessing in disguise. Because having the Knicks in the playoffs this season really doesn't make much sense. Because they would find themselves home within a week and they'd get swept in just 4 games by another top team in the East like Toronto, the Celtics, or the Cavs. Other than Kristaps Porzingis and Frank Ntilikina, the Knicks really don't have any players that have star potential. Oh, I forgot about Moutier too. Them going to the playoffs now isn't doing much for them. I don't know if you noticed, but the Knicks really have a weird roster, y'all. The Knicks only have one bona fide young star, Kristaps Porzingis, and they have 2 other players that could possibly turn into something special one day, Frank Ntilikina and Emmanuel Mudiay. And then they have Enes Kanter and Tim Hardaway Jr., in which they don't really have high potential to be anything special in this league. And the rest of the roster is full of vets. They got Jarrett Jack as their starting point guard. God damn, what the f— They rely on Marvin Bagely being a consistent scorer for them. It's like, this team should be tanking, bro. With the way they're constructed right now, they have 0 business in the playoffs. They really don't have a clear-cut running mate to pair up with Porzingis. Frank is really young and raw, and we don't really know what he's made of right now. Emmanuel Mudiay is not someone to depend on to be that second star. Look what he's done these past few years for the Denver Nuggets. He ain't really do much. So let's just say Porzingis didn't end up getting injured or whatever the case is, and the Knicks end up making the playoffs. Like I said, trust me, they're gonna get bounced in the first round. So after that, what's next? They really can't get any big time free agent because they got no money. They're paying Joakim Noah 17, 18 mil for the next few years. Tim Hardaway Jr. is getting paid a cool 16, 17 mil. And Enes Kanter and Courtney Lee are going to be making a good amount of money too. But they don't have any real money to spend on a big time free agent. And let's keep it real. Would any big time free agent want to join that team right now, the way it's constructed, having Jarrett Jack as their starting point guard? I don't think so. So the New York Knicks need to tank in order to get that star talent next to Porzingis. And with Porzingis out for the rest of the season, they're pretty much already doing that. Aren't they on like a 4 or 6 game losing streak right now? That's what's up. Y'all losing. Good job. That's what they should be doing. So they can be in the contest in the NBA draft for getting players like Mo Bamba, DeAndre Ayton, Michael Porter Jr., Marvin Bagely, you know, those type of players. Can you imagine Kristaps Porzingis having DeAndre Ayton by his side? Now that's gonna be the best front court in the NBA in years to come, if that did happen. But this injury to Kristaps Porzingis secures the Knicks at least a top 5 pick in this year's draft. And like I said, they've been recently dropping games left and right, so they're starting the process right now. It's sad to say, man, some people don't want to hear the truth, but this injury to Porzingis puts the Knicks in a better position going forward. And also puts Kristaps Porzingis in a better position as well, because he has a chance to be way better than he ever was before. With this injury, he can only get stronger and faster. And you know, since he's out, the New York Knicks will suck very bad, and hopefully they can find another star who can pair up with Kristaps Porzingis, because I don't want to see Kristaps Porzingis being a lone wolf, being the only star on the team, because this dude has too much talent to be wasted. But this is the end of the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a like. I appreciate you for watching, and yeah, I get right with you.